Ladies and gentlemen of the beautiful crypto space, today, recording this live over from Singapore, we've got ourselves something pretty important to cover. Because Bitcoin just got rejected, we did not get ourselves the weekly close we hoped for, and things are slightly less bullish than they seemed yesterday, specifically because of what happened at the end of Sunday. Now, let me quickly state that this Wednesday is still going to be extremely important, and I want every single one of you guys to pay attention to whatever happens at the FOMC meeting. But at the same time, we have to be realistic and just take a look slightly deeper into what Bitcoin is doing on a standalone basis. And simply put, it can be seen right here. Bitcoin has been forming a pretty bearish structure for the last couple of weeks, since somewhere in the, the end of July somewhere, where it's been forming lower highs. And well, that's kind of a funny thing, right? This person did not draw it in, but because this bottom right here at the start of September is actually higher, you basically get yourself convergence, right? So the price is basically coming into a certain point right now. Even though there is some slight more downside possible right there, we are expecting things to have a breakout towards either side. And by the way, I just got off the first crypto flight. I have some small clips. I'm probably not going to add them into this video, but I'll do it later. It was really interesting, all right? It was a flight with, I'm not sure how many, but only crypto people, no non-invited people on the entire flight. It was extremely, extremely funny. Never done something of this sort with this large of an audience. It was interesting to say the least. From Dubai to Singapore, really, really funny. Regardless, so right now, as it stands, we're all waiting for whatever decision gets made on Wednesday, whatever the numbers are going to look like. And I think that that will significantly impact every single one of our prices. I've been looking at XFP news, I've been looking at SEC news, yada, yada, yada. Many people come to me and said, oh, but the SEC just did this and that and this and that. It's interesting, but nothing is as interesting as Wednesday's decision, ladies and gentlemen. Like, by far, levels-wise, top tier, top tier, whatever is said at the FOMC meeting. Like I've been warning you guys for the last few days, and I'm putting it out there because of its importance. It's that important. Regardless, there will always be people saying the exact opposite. Here's, for example, Zoran saying, Bitcoin update. While round tripping my swing shorts back to entry, I still adamantly believe low 40,000s are coming next. There is a very clear head and shoulder pattern developing on Bitcoin with a measured move target down to sub 40K. This coincides with a yearly open retest. Let's quickly check it out slightly more. With a strong case for a bounce right below the current yearly low of 38.5K, which also happens to be Saylor's average entry of MicroStrategy's Bitcoin holdings. Invalidation has always been a break in weekly bearish market structure, i.e. currently a high above 65K. So if you break to the upside, this would be invalidated, but as of this point, it's not been done so yet. Then again, me personally, I don't believe in that theory too much. I don't think we're going to be seeing the 30,000s again for Bitcoin. Matter of fact, last night some crazy things happened, right? I just grabbed my phone out of the charger here. Last night, I believe there was some stuff with Trump going on again. I saw some little hiccups about it. I don't want to say it out loud here in the video, what supposedly had happened. I'm thinking perhaps that it also had some effect on our crypto prices, because he's obviously been launching his own project and things of that sort. He's been pretty bullish on everything. Chris also just posted something. Let me show you. He just quickly posted here, the last quarters in Bitcoin halving years. As you can see, this is what everybody's been talking about over on X and over on my videos. I've been saying this as well. The halving year, right? 2012, 2016, 2020, and now 2024. The fourth quarter is usually where the gains are at. And so even though, yes, there's some downside possible, our slightly longer term is fixated on this. And I'm talking about the next few months, the next 3 months or so. 100% gains back in 2012. About 60% gains back in 2016. By the way, a year after that, that's where things really went crazy, right? And 2020, a year after that, it was where things really got crazy. So you got to realize that it's about this plus the year afterwards. This is where basically the things get crazy. Plus 170% worth of gains. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you right now, I am so ready for the fourth quarter of this year, which we're almost at, and for things to finally start popping off. Because I still believe the highest levels of the cycle are still about a year away for Bitcoin. And that means, yes, at some point we're going to start raising, and we're going to, of course, obviously have some ups and downs, but eventually a bottom is set. I do believe we're not going to see any price lower than $40,000. It doesn't seem that logical to me. But I do believe is that over time now, we're going to slowly start creeping back up again as we've been down for a while. We need that breakthrough though. Perhaps the FOMC is going to be it. Just like how we need the $1 break for XRP before things can finally start moving again. It's some barriers you need to break. All I know is the target, Q4 in this sense, where things will probably start getting bullish, statistically speaking, and that in about 1 year or so, I believe Bitcoin to hit the all-time high before moving back down again. And the rest is all just moving around that, moving around those general or I said key thoughts. Let's pull it. That's about it.